A very cold, frosty morning. My mistake, I didn't bring the sheep in last night. Never mind. The gate is crystallized with the frost. The leaves, autumn leaves are so beautiful. Look at this rim of frost. Just gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, sorry ladies, I'm coming to get you to your breakfast. And they all have frosted backs. Brindle, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. Java, Java, Brindle, leave it. Good dog. Excuse me, Inca. I push it so it attaches to the ground. So they should be okay in here today. The frost will thaw and the grass will be available again. But I should have brought them in so they could have hay through the night. And then once it's thawed, bring them out and put them in the pasture. It's better for the grass. And the sheep. Except you don't want the sheep to get pneumonia being inside too much. It is glorious though. Beautiful frosty morning. Come on, girls. Out into the field. Brindle, leave it. Right. I see a job I have to do sometime soon. This is a kind of evergreen oak. And what I need to do is chop the lower branches to expose the trunk so that the light can come through. There's loads of snowdrops here, but so that the light can come through and across here, because there's loads of snowdrops here, and tawny mining bees and ants and all kinds of insects live in this embankment here. These are the cherry trees around us. So I'm thinking I will lift the bottom canopy up to about 5 foot. So it'll be about there. And that'll let a lot of morning light in across to here. But it'll also make the tree look more beautiful and more like a tree and not a shrub. At the moment, it looks like a huge, ginormous shrub. So if I lift the canopy so that you can see the trunk, it'll look much more beautiful. And I should probably do the same for this holly. Just that branch, which is broken anyway, a storm bent it. It's still alive, but I'm going to chop that out as well. But it's lovely being able to see the trunks. And it gives more light to early spring flowers, which are necessary for pollinators, like the crocuses, snowdrops, wood anemones, aconites, all those kind of things. Anyway, there we go. It's a beautiful frosty morning. And it'll look nice this way as well. Mind you, this dog rose is growing here. I'm not going to prune that back. I might prune it back where the traffic comes by, but otherwise no. And I think I'll leave that holly tree for the moment. I won't lift its canopy yet. Anyway, it's always in winter. It's always looking to how to help trees and improve the biodiversity. So there's all the bits from this evergreen oak that I chopped down, and there it is. It's now a tree, not a shrub. But the coolest thing, for me anyway, was, okay, there was brambles underneath it and baby ash trees, but there was loads of baby hollies. Look at that. This is a hazel. I think this is a hazel willow or something. But look at all the hollies. Look at all the baby hollies. I'm going to dig a lot of these up and put them in other locations. But all these baby hollies are fantastic. So that was one of my jobs for today, and I've done it. I've been wanting to do this for years. I might take a few more back, like this branch here. Or I might not sure. Anyway, I leave these bits sticking out because they're mature branches so that it can die back towards the trunk. If I chop them off there, it'll die back into the trunk. So that's why these are sticking out, not for aesthetics, but for a healthy longevity of the tree. And I can show you what I mean at another location between two beech trees of this kind of allowing it to die back. This will die back. It'll take about 8 or 9 years. And then one day I'll come along and I'll just do that and it'll go bloop, fall off. And there'll be a lovely healed scar on the trunk. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's between this beech tree and this beech tree. About 17 years ago, give or take, I was very ill, and this guy that I was helping out wanted to come and do some work. So I demonstrated on this beech tree what I wanted him to do, how I wanted to cut it. So this is the exact same day. Now, we needed to cut the branches that were low and down because they were going over the driveway and bumping into cars, so that had to be done. Anyway, this is where I did the demo. You see that wound? Beautifully healed. And I chopped it about out to here, this branch. So this branch went all the way out over the driveway. So I chopped it about here. And I said, this is how far out I want you to do the branches on that beech tree. Now, this happened on the exact same day, 17 years ago. So I went inside, back to my sick bed with my flu, and the guy who I'd hired chopped the branches flush up to the trunk. There were 2 branches, 1, 2, you can see where the sort of join is right there. So there were 2 branches, and he chopped them flush into the trunk. So what happened was, as the branch was dying, it died into the trunk. And it healed. I mean, this is going to be a weak joint for the life of this beech tree because it goes all the way down. You can see it goes all the way down here. And some people will say, oh no, that wasn't because of the cutting of that. It was. I was here. So there was 1 branch, 2 branch, 1 branch, 2 branch, and 3 branch. And I wanted him to cut them out to about here, about a foot out. And he cut them flush because he thought, here's another example. That was another of the branches that he cut back. This is like 17 years ago. But this one, he cut out a little bit further. Sorry, he didn't do it flush to the trunk. He was a bit closer. But you can see the dieback result there still created a hole because he didn't have it back a good distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4 branches were chopped back, not as I'd requested, because he thought I wanted to make it look aesthetic, as in pleasing to the eye, and flush to the trunk. And I did not. I want the tree to last as long as possible. So the tree wasn't able to heal itself properly. So it's gone in and weakened the trunk. Anyway, that's the difference between why I leave, you'll see knobby bits sticking out at a particular distance so that the tree can heal itself. Like you can see over here. The branches, they healed. This was one of the branches that was chopped out at a distance so it could die back to the trunk. And this is the other one, chopped out at a distance so it could die back to the trunk. And so you can see the difference. It's the same species of tree and it was done the exact same day. So you can see the difference. So I prefer this for longevity rather than immediate aesthetics like what happened over there. Hey girls, you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hey, your feather, how are you? Are you ready for supper? You have to wait for everybody to catch up. I know. I know. You're beginning to heal. Yeah. I still have to put cream on your face. We're waiting for everybody else to catch up. I know. Yes. Yes. Oh, my camera's gone blurry. It's so cold. It went blurry. The ladies are curious as to what I've been doing. They can now see underneath that oak tree. Definitely makes a huge difference. It's no longer a ginormous shrub. Hey kitty, I hear you, but I don't see you. Where are you? Brr. Oh, there you are. I see you, kitty. Right. Now to do the rest of the evening feedings. Now that I have a tree, no longer a shrub. Young tree. Isn't that right? Or are you coming over for a head scratch? Are you coming over for a head scratch? Yes. Yes. Mm. Yes. You're such a good girl. You are such a good girl, ear feather. Yeah. She's one of the COVID babies, aren't you? Okay. Off to do the rest of the evening jobs. Actually, maybe I should throw the branches. I threw them all over the other side. Maybe I should drag them down and throw them in here. Oh, you gave the sheep a fright time. Yeah, that's what I should do. Throw those branches in here for the sheep to eat. Yum, 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 yum. I'd say these will be fairly stripped clean by the morning. The ladies are finding them delicious. Nom, 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 nom. So wonderful, these hollies. I'll save some of that for tomorrow. So they'll get a few doses of oak tree leaves. So they've started off on those. It really looks like a tree now, no longer a giant shrub. Very pleased with today's little project. So I'm gonna light the heater, my kerosene heater. This is not lighting. There we go. There we go. I'm coughing not because of the kerosene heater, but because of hay dust from doing hay for the sheep. Okay. And oop, that went out. And that, my friends, is that.